Hello and welcome back. Today I have from the Eile shop, they are borrows again, 3 multimeters handhelds. It's from CEM and they are IP67 water and dust proof, and the inputs are protected up to 1000 volts on each range. So I'm not gonna test that last one, and also I think you can drop them from 2 meters and then it should still be working. I also cannot test that because they are borrowed. So if I break them, then I have a problem. It's 3 types, 3 price classes. They also have higher models, but let's start with this one. I have here the DT-9971H. I think it was around 50 euros. I have here the DT-9964H. That one is $70, and here these are 6,000 counts, 6,000 counts, and here we have 40,000 counts. So here it becomes serious. And this is the DT-9929, and I think this one goes around 120. Yeah, 40,000 counts. That is nice. So I will take them out of the package, and let's have a closer look. Okay, let's have a quick look. There are 2 types even of the 9917H, and it is one without and one with temperature sensor. And it turns out we have the one with, so we probably get this temperature thingy box. Nice A2E. Okay, like that. Because the box you're gonna throw at some point, and then at least you have it still protected in your suitcase or where you keep it. It is not that heavy. Okay, you can store your terminals, and the battery compartment is here. So we carefully need to put the battery in because we don't want to. Okay, mode buttons. Oh, there's a lot of things. Min, max options, percentage, hedge, so frequency counter and duty caps, to 10 amps. Wow, it even says here waterproof. Cool. Let's go to the other one. Well, it has the terminals, batteries, it's all included. Okay, quickly the other box. Nice, I like that I do this. This one is black. It feels good. It's a little bit more heavy. It even has VFD. Let's have a look. What is that? Battery goes below. Okay, it feels strong. Also temperature sensor, terminals, battery. Everything is there to start. Third one. It out of the box. This one has a lot of counts, so that would be interesting. Also not that heavy, but it feels really strong. They look very similar. Well, let's put them all 3 on the table. Here same also, temperature sensors, terminals, battery. Right to start. So all 3 of them on the table. As I said, it's IP67, so water dust proof, up to 1000 volts. It even has CAT ratings. The CAT 4 is up to 600, and the CAT 3 up to 1000, and they all 3 have that. So it is really for industrial, I would say. Just a little bit stronger than your average multimeter, and of course with the IP67 you feel a lot more comfortable, especially when you maybe need to work in the rain or just a very moisture environment. And the dusty is exactly the same. So I will add the batteries, and let's get through the basic functions. Okay, all 3 I added the batteries. They all come with the same temperature sensor. You just plug it in there, and then we can see the temperature. We will play with it first, and then I can remove it from the desk. They all come with the same terminals, and they actually look good. Have the same rating, 600 on 4 and 1000 on cut 3. It is with protected. That is nice because they are pretty sharp. And it comes with extra things, because if you're going to swim with these and you don't need the current, you just close those. So you close them from the water. And I remove this, and it goes here. These are all those security plugs. It looks pretty good. If you switch it on to voltage, it goes to DC immediately. And switching them out, you can do AC or DC. Okay, let's play with the first one. It always starts in DC mode. You see the digit, it's quite a bit, 6000. And you can switch it also to AC, but I like to do first with the temperature sensor, because then I can put that back up here, the temperature. Let's put the sensor in. And well, it is kind of hot here now today, 25 Celsius, and we can switch it also over to Fahrenheit if you prefer that. And I see it also has a min max, so let me just make it a little bit hotter. Okay. Let's see if it did something. The max was 29. And now it starts to do the min-max measurements. Yeah, now it starts to do. So it needs to be in min-max mode first to start measuring. Okay, makes sense. Now I don't know how to get to the current, so I will just change mode to sort of reset it. Okay, now we're in the current temperature. Also, you can do relative, so then it says, okay, if 26 is my baseline, I do relative, and everything that, well, now it gets hotter. So the design of it all makes sense. Let's have a closer look at the display. There is not too much on it. Now it's just the big digit. Here you can see auto mode, min, max or relative. Even if we go to other scales, it just says here, okay, we are in ohms, we are in hertz. But it's just there, what you expect it to be, but that is it. So this is a basic meter. We will check later the accuracy and if there are special things. It does have microamps. That's kind of cool. All the way up to 10 amps. Well, here we have the 9664H. And let's also just start with the, we start it up. Here it starts always in AC mode, but it's easy to change to DC mode. If we look at the display, we can see also here there is this bar chart, which is kind of nice because yeah, if it samples faster than the digit, then it's very useful, but it gives you also a good indication. So that is what I like. So you see the display here is already a bit more advanced. Let's put it in the temperature. Okay, the temperature 27. Maybe we can put some light in the display. 27. If we change the mode, it will say Fahrenheit. And here we have also a peak measurement. I don't know, it doesn't beep, so I don't think it works in temperature. This also relative does work. It's some degrees. Yes, that did work. That is nice. Okay, the third one. goes to EC, but you see already the display has a lot more options, and you can see a lot more. Here you see already the frequency. It's AC in true RMS. Well, the backlight is on, so they have a little light there, but of course you can see also that it is on. This one even has peak hold and normal hold. We can do even AC plus DC here, probably in the DC mode, of course. Oh, here. And it can do logging as well, so this one is quite advanced. We have min-max options. Well, let's play with that with the temperature again. So, we have a lot of digits for the temperature. Look at that. An extra digit. Can we do here a range? No, the temperature range is like this. I like the extra one. I don't see the bar chart working, but maybe this is in that here. The 10 is maybe 100, and then of course it doesn't move too much. Let's do the min max. Cool, it displays the min max in the top of the display. That is convenient. That is really, really nice. Only it does it there in the full degrees and not with the extra digit. They could have shifted it, but these sensors go up to 1000 degrees. So I like that, the double display. Wow. And even in the relative mode, you can still see the min and the max in the top. And also, of course, it is relative to what? Okay, let's get the DMMcheckPlus out so we can do capacitance, resistors, and of course the 5 volts, pretty accurate 5 volts AC and DC. And we can play also with the LBO too. Okay, let's quickly do the DMMcheckPlus. This one is exactly 5 volts. It is like 4999999. And it is measured on an 8.5 multimeter when it came. So this is a real good reference. It is a little bit hot in my lab. I can try to put a little reference on the. Here you can see this is 4999999 on the echelon that I just switched on. And can I get an extra digits here? No, this is it. So this is 5 volt. Let's see on the multimeters. So let's start with the small one. And it is fractional low. It says 4997. This one, it's in DC. This one is a little bit high. Let's get the multi-digits ones. This one is more like it, but I don't get an extra digit, and because it is 40,000. Okay, so if I go on a lower voltage, I would have an extra digit. So these here you don't see the difference too much with the 6,000s, the 6,000s, or the 40,000, because the 4 we already passed the 4. So now they actually display the same. Only with the temperature you saw the extra digit. So I test later with the lower voltage, and then we should see the difference between these meters. AC 5 volts. I switch it off, and then I switch it back on, because then I know it is 100 Hertz. So 100, it is a square, so we could have a. Yeah, it's true RMS, so it should be able to do that. This one should be 499, and it is a little bit less. See a frequency somewhere here, or I need to switch it to frequency. Yes, it is 100 Hertz, well, almost. And I can also do 100K if I switch it over. 10K. Okay. What about the voltage on 10K? It doesn't measure 10K on voltage. It can do 100 Hertz. Yeah, okay. Second one, switch it over to AC. Let's plug that. It says more or less the same, also 49. And what if we do that on higher frequency? No, also it doesn't. Can we see here the frequency? Yes, exactly 10K. Frequency is better. And now it's 100 Hertz. And I think we can also do the here 50%. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, well here we see it all at once. And the voltage is, this is correct because it should be like 49999. So this one is pretty accurate. We can see immediately the frequency in the top. Let's see if this one can do the higher frequency. It does measure more, but no, it is not made for 10K frequency. It does work perfect on the 100 Hertz, by the way. Okay, we can do the same with the current. I can do here 100 milliamp, I think. So let's do the same in AC. Okay, pretty close also. Okay, in the milliamps here we are actually 1 digit less, but it is 0.99 close to 1. Let's try in AC. AC on the correct frequency. Okay, very nice. Yeah, also 1 digit less. Well, we can also measure DC on the microamps, and then you can see you can get a lot better. And here it is spot on. Can we also do the micros here? Yeah, DC. Let's do that here also. And yes, perfectly spot on. And let's try that here also. That is weird. Here in the microamps it is too low, much too low. Well, here it is accurate, here it is accurate, here it is not. Quickly to the ohms. I'm doing some more checks also with my process calibrator, because this one can do also 4 milliamps up to 20, because that is the in the current loop what values that you have, and this one has an option also for that. But first let's check. It's 4 milliamp, it's almost 4 milliamp, and if I go to the process, that should be 0% because that's the lowest value, and then 20 is the highest value. And so if I go up, you will see the percentages change, and if I go to 20, that should be 100%, and it's almost that. So you have a pretty good idea if you use this in a loop. I can go a little bit faster, higher, but of course that makes no sense. So that's extra that this one has on top of the others, but I'm a bit surprised that the 4 is not really 4. So I'm again back in the milliamp setting. You can see now we have all the extra digits, but if I go now to the microamps, now it says it is exactly 4. So this meter is good, but maybe they can spend some more time calibrating it, because here it is exactly 4 as it should be, and then here it is a little bit lower. Just very quickly as a reference, I put my Brayman to see about this process calibrator mode. But 4 milliamps, well, this is 4, and then it should be exactly 0%. So if I go to 20, it is 20 and it's 100%. Well, you see the calibrator is correct. So there were a lot of measurements. Yeah, well, the first type, the 9917, just, well, of course, IP67, but just basic functions, 6,000 counts. It have capacitance, which is good. You can see the frequency, but yeah, it's only single LCD. And then with this one, we add also the bar chart, and I'm not sure. Yeah, it was also a single, but added the bar chart. This one can also have a loose, how you call, amp, kind of a clamp meter, but then a flexible one. It has an option for that, and then it can go up to 300 amps or something, crazy high values. It also have a VFD, the variable frequency drive measurement. I actually thought it was a DC mode, but it is just modulated in kind of a pulse width thing. So I need to read about it a little bit more, but it can do that. Yeah, and then the bigger one, the 9929, I like it because it has a lot more digits. I was surprised that there was a difference between the microamp setting and the normal milliamp settings. And it seemed a little bit off, but probably if you calculate it will be within specs. But yeah, I just like to see when it is perfectly spot on. But it looks as a nice meter, and it also have, I think it can do, you can log 2000 values. You have a store button, and I think you just put store every time you want to record that value, and then later you can recall it and you can step through it. I haven't seen how you can connect it to the computer, so you need to read it manual from your logs. But yeah, this one is cool. 40,000 counts. Yeah, and this one, if you switch it on to voltage, it starts in DC, which for me in electronics is convenient. This one starts in AC, and you need to switch it over every time back to DC. But if you use a lot AC mode, then this is probably very convenient for you. And they also look different now, because these look the same. This is a little bit different one. So this is really more made for, yeah, probably if you want to use the VFD function. So elevators, all kinds of electro motors, and then probably you work a little bit more with AC modes. Also, this one has a low impedance setting. I think it is like 6K instead of 10 meg that you usually have, so you can switch that over. So if you're measuring on a line with a lot of distortion, and you know the source can deliver some current, because yeah, depending on the voltage, 6K could be a really low impedance. So, but it has that mode also. So I think that this would be more industrial-like, and it kind of looks different, other than that the color is different. So that is the difference I could find, and yeah, this is just more luxurious logging everything. So yeah, nice meters from CEM, and nice I could test it. Thank you, Shop, and thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time.